Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of You Are the Masterpiece, where we talk about different self growth concepts and we are giving you great exposure to different experts in different fields. And we inspire you and encourage you that we do not have to be masterpieces, we can be work in progress and masterpieces in the same time. And if you are tuning in for the first time to these episodes, hello and welcome. My name is Irina Portnova and I'm a manifestation star. I call myself that because I manifested great things in my life and I teach others how to do it consciously with fun and excitement. And I'm here today in the studio with my dear guest, Carol Leitner. Carol, welcome. And
Thank you,
thanks so
Irina.
much for joining us today. And Carol, tell a little bit about yourself and what you're doing in this world.
Sure, Irina. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So, everything I do in the world is to help you to optimize your physical, emotional, and spiritual health. I'm a holistic health educator. I speak on a number of topics, such as plant food nutrition, creating healthy relationships, the importance of staying fully hydrated. And I also do law of attraction since it's so important. I teach a lot of yoga for beginners and those who are a little bit more advanced, restorative yoga, gentle kripalu or hatha yoga. I do Thai yoga body work where you lie there and I stretch you. And I'm also sales director for Natural Awakenings magazine. We were voted number 5 in the country for health and fitness. And there you go. That's a lot of what I do.
Awesome. Yes. And today we are going to go deeper on the yoga and we are going to introduce it for because a lot of people might be the beginners or just wonder about yoga. So this is a good space where you can teach us. Like we were having the conversation before this. Like I said, I'm not doing anything with yoga. So there are many people like me who might be curious, how does yoga actually benefit us? And can you please just shed some light on that?
Sure, Irina, sure. I mean, for me, it has been amazing. I've been on this journey since I was 22. I lived on the Upper West Side and I took a yoga stretch class there, and I've been hooked ever since. It will help on the physical plane. My classes in particular are very much not concerned, very much addressing spinal health because the nerves in the spine feed into every muscle and bone in your body. So if we keep that spine moving and flexible and healthy, we can nourish every muscle, bone, and organ in your body. So physically, it's amazing. I also do therapeutic yoga, which really works on circulation for the heart, for the fascia, for the connective tissues. We want to reverse that blood flow because it's always going in one direction. We want it to go in the other direction as well. So physically, it's phenomenal. Emotionally, why I was drawn to it is because when you can deeply connect to self, everything improves. Everything in your life improves when you're deeply connected to yourself and also to something greater in whatever way that you can define that. That's also including spiritual health. When you're deeply connected to yourself and something higher, you can go to a higher place. You can be connected with higher intelligence. So it helps on
Mhm.
all 3 levels.
Awesome. And can you just tell a little bit if somebody never done any yoga, like what is a good start?
I would say just something like even restorative or just some gentle stretching. I deal with people with a lot of injuries lately, hip replacements, knee replacements, etc. Just a very gentle stretching class with some strengthening because it's
Mhm.
really important that the muscles are strengthened as well.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And I know that in our busy world, everybody is, like nowadays is consumed, and everybody says that they do not have the time for themselves. So I know you have some kind of easy exercises that we all can do, whether we are just working at our desk, whether we are self-employed, or whether we are working in the corporation. Can you please just share a couple of stretches, movements that we all can implement into our life?
Sure, Irina. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're sitting properly. That means your lower leg is perpendicular to your upper leg. So just make sure. And that you're feeling the ground beneath your feet. Feeling grounded helps you to feel better, drops you out of that monkey mind into the body when you're grounded. So feel ropes pulling you into the earth. So feel the engagement of your thighs, muscle hugging bone. Draw the belly in. We want to move from an aligned place. So the pubic bone is lifted and the tailbone in the back is tucked. And then you want lengthen your side body. So let's shrug, uh, fingers underneath the armpits, and then shoulders are rolled back and down, and you're lifting through the crown of your head. This is the proper way to sit. Now, moving, let's start with some gentle shoulder rolls. You're at work. You just want to kind of bring your shoulders forward up, back and down. And you want to coordinate breath and movement. So breathing in, forward, up, exhale, back and down. And then you want to go the other way, back and up, forward and down. Just breathing in, back and up, exhale, forward and down. Okay, now let's get into the lower back. A lot of you, if you're sitting a lot, you probably have a little bit of tension in the hips and the lower back. Okay, sitting is the new smoking. We don't want to just sit there for hours. It is a health risk. So let's come forward in the chair, hold onto your thighs, and you want to curl and you want to rock around on all those bones, drawing the belly in as you go back and relaxing it as you come forward. Okay, just nice hip rolls, stimulating those bones in the buttocks. We've got the pubic bone, the sits bones, the tailbone back there, the hip bones. We want to stimulate those bones. Breathe. Drink lots of water and have your greens, your plant foods to keep your bones healthy. So that's easy enough, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next, whoops. Next, we're going to do a spinal twist. What that does is it wrings the tension out of your spine. It detoxes you. There are unfortunately a ton of toxins out there. Babies are born with 200 toxins. So you want to detoxify, cleanse, and this also calms your nerves. So all you do is take your left hand on your right knee, and I rock around a little bit to warm up the hips and the spine. Taking your right arm out to shoulder level, you want to elongate here. So you want to lift away from your sits bones on the in-breath. And then you just want to stay present and follow this arm around. You're feeling this in the back body. Relax your shoulders. And then stay present. I, again, like to rock. Grab the back of your chair with your left hand. Breathe in. Press into your sits bones and then rise up. And exhale, wrap your right arm around to the left side. Whoa, feels so good. I want to stay there, but I won't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to take right hand on left leg, left arm out to shoulder level, root down into your bones, right here, sits bones, rise up, lengthen the body, lengthen the upper body, take it around to the left, staying present. Oh, so good for your spine if you're sitting a lot, even if you're not. Okay, let's rock back, grab the back of your chair, root down, rise up, and you want to wrap this left arm around to the right, really feeling this in the ribs and the upper spine, maybe a little bit of pulsing, just little pulsing, and slowly come back to center. Release. Okay, so that was your spinal twist. We did some shoulder rolls, we did hip rolls, spinal twist, a little bit more. So I'm going to show you a forward bend. And I was always very partial to forward bends because they calm you down and they lift mood. Great for depression, anxiety, because I'll show you when we stand, but when you drop the weight of your head, you're producing all the hormones that lift mood and decrease anxiety. So that was always my favorite. So what we're going to do is you're going to place your right heel on the ground. Your left lower leg is perpendicular to your upper leg. When you do forward bends, you want to inner rotate because you want the pelvis to be in a certain position where it's safer. So we inner rotate legs, particularly important when you're on the ground and forward bending. Place your hands on your hips. Again, you're working. This is so easy to do. You elongate on the in-breath and you lead with your breastbone. Okay, that's what's going to get you the stretch in the hamstrings. And then you can grab your toes or you can keep your hands on your thighs for support. I like to, what they say, explore little micro movements to go a little bit deeper. I'm getting a beautiful stretch in the back of my leg. And exhale, draw your belly in to roll up. So your belly is protecting your back at all times. We do this on the other side. Left heel is on the ground, right knee is over the ankle. I make sure that my thighs and my hips are inner rotated. Hands on the hips, elongate on the in-breath, forward bend on the exhalation. Again, leading with that breastbone, and you can grab either the toes or keep your hands up here if your back is a little bit sore and you need support, and slowly roll on up. And you just might want to do a couple of hip rolls after that, going in both directions. Okay, just a couple more things, Irene. Is that okay?
Sure, absolutely, yes.
Okay, great. So guys, so easy. You're sitting there. You've got a wall, I'm sure.
We all do, right?
Right? We've got a wall in that office of ours, whether it's a home office or corporate office or whatever. So this is a great full body stretch. Okay, I'm just going to leave these for this. You're going to step away just a little bit. Your hands are way high up, and there are 4 parts to this. First part, very gently. Drop your chest just a little. Feel the circulation in your arms particularly. Then you bend your knees and you walk down the length of your hand and you walk back a little and you sink your chest and really, oh my God, you're really feeling this. So if you're new at this, you might want to just bend your knees. And then you walk down to the third hand placement. The length of your hand is your third, as every placement is going down the length of your hand. And now you're going to start to get into the back of your legs. The back of your legs are so important to stretch because that controls the health of your back. When your hamstrings are out, it pulls everything out. Hips go out, spine goes out, and then the nerves are not fed what they need to be fed to function. Third hand placement. You start to press away from the wall. Your head is between your arms, and then bend your knees and you go down one more hand placement, almost at 90 degrees. I would say it's about 110 or maybe go at 120. You judge that in your body. Now you're getting your full body stretch here in the arms, in the legs, a little bit across the chest, and there you go. Easy peasy. Get up and do that. And then I just want to show you the forward bend on the mat or on the floor. I prefer something sticky, but again, great for stretching your hamstrings. Also great for mood. So here we go. Very simple. You can start like this, just breathing in great for respiratory, this motion. And you're going to exhale, swan dive, torso perpendicular to legs. You're going to bend your knees, fingertips on blocks or on the ground if you're tight. Here you go. And if you're not so tight, fingers on the ground, and you want to lift the energy of the legs up and then press back. That's important. Energy of the legs lifting up and then pressing back. This is your forward bend. If you have any heart issues, eye issues, or dental surgery that you just had, do not drop the weight of your head. Those are contraindications. Otherwise, drop it and feel the mood enhancing effects of forward bend. Bend your knees, walk your hands up your legs. I just want to show you a counter stretch. After you do your forward bends, you want to be doing back bends. Forward bends take you into your body, into very, it's a very introspective pose. So the back bends, that's organic energy, takes you out into the world. So you're going to place your hands on your SI joints, right here, the bones. And very simply, I like to warm up the spine by lifting the heels up and holding, stretching the calves. This creates a little bit more spinal flexibility when you lift your heels up. You lower your heels, you engage the energy of the legs, muscle hugs bone, like you're just kind of squeezing. You elongate your upper body, and the back bends come from here. A lot of people tend to kind of push their hips forward. That's not the purpose of a back bend. You want to stretch your upper spine. Okay, so here I am. I'm on the balls of my feet. Great to practice for balance. You lower those heels. You engage the energy of the legs. You elongate. Your elbows are behind you, nice and parallel, and you lift up and over. Okay, you don't have to go very far. Don't overdo this one. And you slowly exhale, belly supporting you as you come forward. Okay, Irina, how are we on time?
Good. We still have a couple of minutes for you to show, and then we'll talk a little bit.
Okay, so that was the forward. These things should be done every single day, even if it's just for, 5 or 10 minutes. You want to move the spine in all kinds of directions. This is a nice little movement that I learned in my stretch class, which I started when I was 22. I took 16 years of stretch on the Upper West Side. So anyway, left hand on the hip, right arm at shoulder level. Can do this at work. You're going to glide. Here we go. The side stretch is a spinal stretch right here. Side stretch, spinal stretch. And then you're going to curl your spine, bringing your right arm straight down. I like to give it a nice shake. And then I use my belly to pull me up. Okay, very simple. On the other side, feet as wide as the hips, pubic bone lifted, tailbone dropped. Right hand on the hip. Let's glide. Really getting a nice stretch here. And then we get a nice stretch on that left side, side stretch. And then we round, coming through center. And then we roll up, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders to the back body. Just another thing that's important is you want to check your posture when you're standing. Okay? You want to make sure that your pelvis is pointing down. So sometimes people walk around like this. Try to notice this when you're walking. People are either like this, or a lot of people are like that. And they don't even really know it, but really putting strain on that lower back. Okay, you want your tailbone pointing down, your pubic bone rising up. You want your shoulders rolled to the back body. And when you do this exercise, you want the bottom of your shoulder blades right here rolling down, forward. So the bottom of the blades, very important to open your chest. You've got all those internal organs that need oxygenated blood. because a lot of people walk around like this, or you know, oh my God, these young kids that are like typing like this. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so your shoulder blades go down, in, and forward in space. And you lift through the crown of your head, but you're grounded through the soles of your feet. Again, pubic bone rising, tailbone tucked. Okay. So let's see, without props. Well, okay, I'm just going to show you a prop quickly. This is a bolster. I'm just going to show this very quickly. Very good. All you do is lie it across your spine, and just your head is on it, your whole spine is on it, and you just breathe. Ah.
Good.
Oh my God, I love this. 100 years later.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. So what I picked
Yeah,
up as the beginner, I want to do that, like stretching against the wall. I really like that exercise. Again, like we want to start with something simple and small and increase as we
very
go.
invigorating, Irina. Don't underestimate it. It's very
Yeah.
invigorating.
Yes, and it's good. It's good to stretch the entire back, right? Like for the spine.
And the
So
back of the
that's
legs and the arms.
awesome. Yes, totally. Like it serves the entire body, right? Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Carol. So tell a little bit about like the experience of your clients. What exactly was their issues and how they were able to resolve it by working with you and doing the yoga.
You know, it's both the physical and the emotional, because my classes are very customized, personalized to
Mm,
what every student needs, not only on the physical level, but on the emotional and spiritual level.
mhm,
So they appreciate that. Um, you know, I do teach a seniors class as well in chair yoga. And one woman, just every time after class, I feel so much better after your class.
mhm,
Um, you know, the hamstrings are stretched, the spine is becoming more flexible. You're getting stronger gently. You know, we use light weights. I use Dynabands, the bolster, stretching straps. So there's a lot that we do in class. And yeah, physically, emotionally, spiritually, they just feel healthier, more energized, but also calmed down.
mhm. So who you would say your ideal client is?
I think anyone who wants to feel better, anyone who is maybe disconnected from their themselves, you know, which when we're like in the mind all the time, we're disconnected from the body, and that's where all the wisdom lies, all the higher intelligence lies.
Mhm,
Um, and that's where we feel best. So it's really for anyone, beginners or more intermediate. You know, we do a lot of standing poses in some classes, and other ones we don't. Therapeutic yoga is something I'm starting a new class on Thursday. You lie on your back. Uh, we don't have to have the props, you know, the full props, but I'm going to start using sandbags. You
mhm,
hang from the balls of your feet, um, you know, to improve circulation, etc. Um, but that's done on the floor. So, and then
mhm,
we've got the, you know, the regular hatha yoga poses that are done standing, seated,
mhm,
on your belly, on
mhm,
your back. Just lots of different variations, but all very gentle.
mhm. So how do people connect with you and what kind of classes do you offer? Is it in person? Is it on Zoom?
Both, both. I mean, since COVID, a lot of it has been on Zoom. A lot of it.
Mhm,
I offer both. I also do Thai yoga body work, if it is in person, of course. Well, actually, I do,
mhm,
you know, I teach them how to do some gentle thumbing and palming of their legs and arms to
mhm,
increase circulation. I do that in the Zoom class as well, but there
mhm.
are in-person classes. And
So what are the options? One-on-one, you
yeah,
do groups?
everything. Yeah, one-on-one, semi-privates, grab a friend, grab a family member, mothers and
Mhm,
daughters, husbands and wives, or
mhm,
small group classes.
Awesome. Awesome sauce. Yeah. And how do they connect with you? How they contact you?
I would say email is great, and it's my
Mm-hmm.
name, Carol, Carol, Leitner,
Mm-hmm.
Leitner, the number one, at gmail.com. And I also run large meetups
Mm-hmm.
where I've done hundreds of health events and expos, etc. I feature
Mm-hmm.
great healers such as Irina, who's my amazing manifestation coach at these events. And so that would be the wellness and entrepreneurs, ENTREPRENEURS, the Wellness and Entrepreneurs Exchange. If you want to do that, I also run Holistic Living on Long Island,
Mm-hmm.
and I also run Long Island Entrepreneurs. So either one of the three.
Awesome. Awesome sauce. And thank you so much. Do you
Ew.
want to share another like final tips for listeners, for the people to kind of implement yoga into their daily life?
Yeah, you know what, Irina? Let's end with a little bit of breath work. I'm just going to kind of take it in a different way, just so you can have a more comprehensive view. The tips would be just, there are no, I mean, just do it. Just take
Mm-hmm.
about 3 or 4 different spinal movements: forward bends, back bends, side stretches, spinal twists. Take those 4 and just do a couple of minutes every day with each one,
Mm-hmm.
and just ending with a little bit of breath work, hand over hand, closing your eyes, fingers touching, and just bring breath and movement to the center of your lungs. We breathe in through the nose, we breathe out through the mouth. In the interest of time, I'm just going to go a little bit faster than I do in class. We come to the center of the lungs and we do the same thing. You really connect with the breath and the movement underneath your hands. And you do that, say 2 or 3 breaths. And then you go down to the belly. We hold a lot of our stuff in our belly, so a lot of fears, etc. So just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. The exhalation calms your nerves. You do that a couple of times. Then you go to the area where there was most connection. So where did you feel at home? And you just do a couple of breaths there. And then you bring that feeling of at home to an area of less connection. And again, just 2 or 3 breaths. And that's your somato-respiratory integration
I
exercise.
love it. I just, like listening to your voice, I felt like so relaxed.
Good, Irina.
Yeah, so
Good.
awesome, awesome. So for everybody to, like start with something. If you haven't done any yoga before, just start with something simple. Pick any kind of exercise. Carol demonstrated a lot of different cool exercises, and connect with Carol if you want to learn more and ready to work and experience a better physical health, mental health, and emotional health.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Carol.
you.
Appreciate you. And for everybody, see you on the next episode. Have a good one.
Namaste.
Bye.